Hello everybody, my name is Edson and welcome back to a brand new episode on the TimeShot SMP. Today you join me in what is going to be the Nether Hub in the near future. So there's a lot going on in terms of this Nether Hub at the minute. A lot of work went down last night as I record this in Penny's, who's just over there doing some work now, I think. And I wanted to kind of do this as a little bit of a surprise for her and get like quite a bit done, but she's online, so it doesn't matter. I'm still going to do the work anyway. But as you can see, like we sort of like walled it off. This massive giant wall was built, which if actually I probably can't show you, but either way, yes, there is a lot of work that needs to be done, and I'm going to do a lot of that work today. I'm going to first off kill this sucker. So I'm going to basically record myself doing all of this work, time-lapse it, and we're going to have a little chat. Now, I don't know what I'm talking about yet. I don't know, because I don't really know how long the episode is going to be. I'm sort of going to record the footage first. And then just sort of like see how much I've got, and then I'll talk about something, and then I'll like cut some of it into, or most of it into, some form of a video, and have another time-lapse talk. I've only ever done one of these TimeShot episodes where it's a time-lapse talk, and I'm really looking to do sort of like one every couple of weeks, I would say, from now on. I really did enjoy the last one, and I'm hoping I'm going to enjoy this one. So I'm just going to quickly grab some. We don't have any, so I'm just going to quickly make some more item frames. Then you guys will join me back in the next cut. We'll be talking about something, and I'll be working in the Nether. Make sure you stick around for the end of the video, because I'll quickly say thank you as well there for watching and all of that, and show you all of the progress that we did make. But there's a lot of progress going to be made today. I'm going to record myself for the next at least, I would say, 3 hours working, and we're going to get a lot of work done. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that, and let's kick it off. All right, so I tweeted out on Twitter, guys. I need some questions, or need some topic ideas for videos, for a video. Could be some questions like a mini Q&A or a one-off topic. Hit me with them. And I got quite a few responses. I got some just generic ones. I got Dre asking about will you ever stop feeding your Overwatch addiction? And it's funny, like, because Overwatch to me is it's a very unique game to me, because I always say, if anyone ever asks my two favorite games or my favorite game of all time, I always split that into two. Whenever I answer that, I always say my favorite multiplayer game of all time is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and my favorite single player game of all time is Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was by far my not one of my favorite Call of Duties, and I've played them all pretty much up until the last one, the very recent one that's just come out, Infinite Warfare, is it? I think that's the only one I haven't played, and I think my favorite one was Black Ops 2 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. So, or Call of Duty Modern Warfare, should I say? Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, I think it was. And that was the one 2 versions before Modern Warfare 2. But the reason Modern Warfare 2 was such a big game for me, and a game that I always say is my favorite multiplayer game, is because I look back at that time and I think it was 42 days into that game I played. So 24 hours times 24 times 42, calculator. Typing that into Google now. I'm terrible at quick math. 24 times 42, just over 1,000 hours. So I put I put 1,000 hours into that game. And the reason that I put 1,000 hours into that game was because I had like a solid group of about 5 to 6 friends that were just always playing it every single night. We were always playing, and we always had like a full team, and it was just it was always amazing, so much fun. We loved it, and we just constantly played all the time. That was our game, and it was because I was playing with my friends constantly, non-stop, all the time. And Overwatch to that is the first game that I've had that happen to me since. Now, Overwatch I think is a vastly superior multiplayer game in general to any Call of Duty, really. It's much more my style, especially now. Back then, if I was to play Overwatch, if it was a thing, would I think it was as good as Overwatch is now? I don't know. But for now, I look at Overwatch and I think, generally speaking, it's such a better game. I'm playing with more friends than I ever did or a vastly superior sort of variety of friends than I ever did playing any of the Call of Duties, or most specifically Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. So Overwatch, really, I have to say now, when I answer that question, what's your favourite game of all time, I've got to go Red Dead Redemption for my single player, Overwatch for my multiplayer. So will I ever stop feeding the addiction? Yeah. When will that be? When everyone stops playing. I'll probably still play it. Even if now everyone that I played with stopped playing, I would still probably play it, but only about 10% of the time that I do now. It'd probably be once or twice a week for an hour or two. So I'd probably put 2 to 3 hours a week into it, around that. So yeah, it's just like I said, will I ever stop the addiction? Yeah, at some point. When? Probably when everyone stops playing. But a couple of sort of more in-depth questions. Would that be a good word? A couple of more meaty questions. Is that a good explanation for that? Would be from Ben, who says, 2-part question. What makes good movies? Or what makes movies go from good to great? What makes video games go from good to great? So for me, movies especially is something that ever since sort of 2013 time, name a movie before 2013. There's a lot that I haven't watched, but there's a lot. I tried to keep up with films, and I came very late to films. I didn't really watch many films growing up. I watched some, but not loads. So there's a lot of classics that I don't know, a lot of Disney films I don't know and stuff like that. But for a solid 5 to 6 years from leaving secondary school, getting to university and stuff, I tried to stay on top of it. But for the past sort of 3 years, I haven't watched it. I don't think I've been to the cinema once in the last 3 years or something, and I haven't watched a new film in probably 3 years. I just can't find the time. I can't do it. I struggle to watch the shows that I want to watch, let alone films. And I always think films are just one-offs and I'll always get to them. But if I'm ever watching something, it's normally a show. So films, I can't really speak too much on them because I struggle to watch them. I really do. I spend too much time working and not enough time sort of giving myself a break and having some leisure / me time. What makes video games go from good to great, though? I can definitely answer that. What makes video games go from good to great for me is generally a company that, for one, I'm gonna try and remember to link to, and if I haven't, remind me in the comments to link to Adam's video about the games industry at the minute. And I think the games industry at the minute, and he echoes all of the words that I sort of think, and he put them into a very good video format, and it's well worth a watch. It's not a super long video, but he talks about the games industry and its current state, why he loves it, but also why he hates it. And it echoes a lot of the same words for me at the minute, and especially with games now with early access and pre-alphas, pre-beta alpha things, and all of this. It's for me, what makes a game go from good to great is just developers listening. If there's a crap load of people that have bought your game and you're selling it as pre-alpha, develop that game. Seriously. I don't understand the amount of games that just don't follow through with what they say, don't follow through with what they Like, what makes a good game for me is a game that, for me, I enjoy. Games like Overwatch and stuff like that. And a company that actually understands gaming and wants to create a game and a community of passionate people about something that they're passionate about. That's one of the great things that Overwatch does. That regardless of whether you like the game or not, you've got to give it credit for. There's no game that I've ever seen, even past Blizzard titles and Blizzard titles that are still going, like, there's no game that I've ever seen that has brought or developed a new community and made it so that the game is constantly developing and constantly having updates and the community feel like it's their game. Like, it doesn't feel like Blizzard's game. It feels like the communities of players that play Overwatch's game. So I think that's sort of like what makes a game go from good to great. It's like the game can be as good as it can be, and some games are good and some games are great, but that's very much a personal opinion. And if you enjoy a game, that's great. Some people won't enjoy that, but you won't enjoy games that they enjoy. But what makes like a game actually go from good to great for me is honestly the developers and whether they listen and whether they do what they say, whether they update the game in the way that they promise, and yeah, that's it for me. A few other questions, a couple of smaller ones. Will you not be on TimeShot 24/7? Now this is funny. Like, I'm quite open about it in a minute. I'm obsessed with TimeShot. At this moment in time, I love TimeShot. I love the server, and I think it's very much because I left zoo crafting. Because now all of my Minecraft sort of like energy goes into TimeShot, and I have a lot of energy for Minecraft and I have a lot of passion for it. And especially with TimeShot, like I understand what I want to be doing on there, and I have so much fun doing what I'm doing on there. I just love it. I absolutely love the server, and I have so much passion to play on there at the minute, and that's why you see quite a lot of videos and streams come in. And I think I'm the most passionate producing those videos and streams. But yeah, probably, I'm not entirely sure when I will not be on TimeShot 24. Well, I'm not on 24/7, but still, you know what I mean. And then explain in full detail. That was Janice who asked that, by the way. But Talon now asks, explain in full detail your Ender Pearl addiction and how we, as your loving supporters, can help you overcome it. There's no overcoming it. You need to embrace the Ender Pearls. The Ender Gods are there for you. You need to embrace it. PBS for life. All right, hopefully you've enjoyed that chat. I haven't actually recorded it yet, so I don't know what I've tweeted out, and I've got a few good questions, so I'm definitely going to be taking a few of them. Now, I stopped the time lapse a little bit before. I should probably clean all of these up, actually, because we don't want to waste any of these. And I should probably log out and re-log back in case there's any floating blocks, which I guarantee there is. Yes, there we go. So... Oh, stuff despawning, no! So I stopped the time lapse because I had like an hour and a half to 2 hours worth of footage, something like that. So I stopped the time lapse and you saw like a big chunk, and I knew I was going to come back and just show you anyway what I've been doing. So we've had a couple of gas explosions, so we've lost some glass in some places, but we can replace that. And I've actually gone ahead, and since I've dug out I realised that wall I'd placed one too far, so I had to bring that wall in one. So that wall is now too thick. But as I did this and made it so we could see where the outside wall was and how big this hub was, I actually decided that, you know what? Oh no, this is bad. Looks like an enderman. Oh, we can't teleport. Can't teleport on the glass. I should probably just let him attack me. Is he here? Is he going to attack me? No. Okay. So I decided that after I'd done that, actually, when we go up here, there's not many, and this was the old hub here, that there isn't actually many, and Penny's like, oh, I don't know when to, like, she doesn't really know when is, like, a good time to just go for it and just do the portal. And I was thinking, well, I'm going to leave the portal there for now, like, that can be done, but I took everyone else's tunnels and I just dug them into this hub. Now every single tunnel, every single one of them, like this one's to, and I need to add a sign to that one actually. That one's to the mob farm AFK area. You've got like hook. I'll show you where everything is in a sec. Oh, hi. Onto the post. So you've got Jake's mob farm AFK area that is built over the ocean. You have Hook and Anasia, so Tater Town and Hooky Poo. You've got the Blaze Farm. Then over this side, you've got Penny's and the End Farm. So I've actually worked the End Farm into Penny's tunnel for now. So that leads to the End Farm. Then you've got Poets, Jake's, Wins, and the sand thingy, the sand collection. I can't remember what it was called. The sand collection desert, that's what it is, or excavation desert. So you've had some explosions and things and bad things, but we can patch that up. But everything now at the minute, like everyone's got their tunnels that links to the main hub. There are going to be gas here and stuff is going to explode as we do it, but we can start slowly building this up, and bit by bit this becomes less gas friendly the more we do. There's a lot still to dig out, as you can see. I'm sure we'll get to that soon though. I've gone through this pick 5 times already today. It's insane. And yeah, like this is coming along nicely. Hopefully this is a nice little surprise for Penny. She was online, but she logged off. I told her like, oh, I'm gonna be working on the Nether Hub, and she logged off and she hasn't come back on since. So this will be a nice little surprise for her. Hopefully now she feels like she can actually do some proper good work on here and get some stuff going. I'm gonna help her out and dig the rest of this out soon as well. So that's another big task out of her way, and then hopefully just at least make this place so gas can't spawn. Anyway, so I made it so the gas can't spawn on there for now. I don't even know what we're going to do with that because that's floating in the middle of the hub. And obviously all of the tunnels are higher at the minute. So eventually we do want all of the tunnels to be this high. So everyone will be remaking their tunnels, I believe, at some point to make them like this high. But I'm not entirely sure about Poets because Poet decided he couldn't wait and did this. So I don't know. He may do like a staircase to his or something, but it may lead from here. I'm not entirely sure. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed the chat. Let me know what you think of what I was talking about down in the comments. I don't know what I was talking about yet, but let me know what you think in the comments.